Hello, my name is Rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka rosanamod, and we are at episode 100. 100. Hey everybody, I can't believe that I am actually sitting here right now saying the word 100. Or actually, that's two words. Saying two words, 100. There we go. 100 episodes. 100 episodes today. I can't believe it. 100 episodes on Wednesday works, and I thought that the best thing, or one of the best things that I could do for you guys to celebrate the 100th episode is to give you the stats or the top 10 episodes of all time that have been the most popular and how many downloads. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, Buzzsprout told me that I have over 1,000 downloads. So I started September 3rd, and here we are, March 28th, with over 1,000 downloads and 100 episodes. That might not sound good to some people, but September was the first time I've ever spoken into a mic on a podcast. The first time I ever used Audacity or did anything with recording. The first time that I've ever put these things together, a podcast together, a show together for people out there that I don't see. And so for me, it's a big deal. So congratulations, Rosanna. And that's all I care. I hope that during this process, you guys have learned something, or that I've reached out to people that maybe helped somehow, because that's really my goal, okay, and my priority right now. I know that my goal has changed a lot since the beginning, and maybe the way that I sound has changed a lot since the beginning. I hope it's an improvement. So I was doing yesterday a little, recap of all of the episodes that I've done, and I just kind of listened to myself and noticed a big difference. I missed the bloopers. I think I want to bring back the bloopers at least once in a while. It doesn't have to be every episode, but maybe once a week I can add bloopers, because I do make a lot of bloopers and I save them on files because I think they're funny. But here's the top 10 episodes. Number 1 episode at 115 downloads is episode 5, hosting. Anchor versus Buzzsprout. And I don't think I did a great job there. I wanted to add some more things to it. The number 2 is Goodbye Fear, episode 3. That's got 46 downloads. Well, let me tell you a little bit about that one. That one is just about if you're afraid to do podcasting, why are you afraid? And it's kind of like a motivational and inspirational thing. I see why it's popular. Number 3 at 32 downloads is Welcome to Rosanamod Intro, episode 1, which is just the sound on the music that I put into my intro. I don't even think I just talk and just introduce myself, basically, with the intro that you heard in the beginning of this. Number 4 at 30 downloads is Outro Blooper, episode 2. And that one is my blooper. That's me trying to say goodbye and not understanding how to end a podcast, which I didn't know how. I was like, bye, talk to you guys soon. I just didn't think it sounded good. Number 5 at 27 downloads is episode 11, Meet My Parents, which was hilarious. It was an introduction and the only interview that I've had so far of my parents that talk about how they have 61 years together, how they met, and living life in America, coming in as an immigrant, and, with me, obviously, I was there too. And I think that was pretty nice. It was funny. My mother was my mother and my father both were characters, as they always are characters. Number 6 is 25 downloads is Tricks for Networking, episode 6. Number 7 at 23 downloads is How I Got My Ringtone to Sound Like Simon Pegg on Kill Me 3 Times, episode 35. And that one is actually pretty cool because I saw the movie Kill Me 3 Times with Simon Pegg, and I thought it was pretty good. Even though it got really low reviews, I thought it was good. I like Simon Pegg. Anything he's in, I think is pretty funny. Dark comedy. But he had this ringtone, and I couldn't figure out how to get it because none of the ringtone sites had it to download. So I had to, get creative. Number 8 is Audacity for Beginners, Part 1. That's episode 9, and that's at 22 downloads. Same 22 downloads is Audacity for Beginners Part 2. That's episode 10. Then we have Podcast Gear, episode 4. That's 21 downloads. And that just shows you, the gear that I bought, the microphone. I think I talk about the computer, I'm not sure. The Audacity, probably. And that's it. And that's pretty simple. And then tied for last place is episode 14, Just For You, 23 royalty-free music sites. I have really been liking Pixabay. I don't know why. I just happen to like it. I've noticed that there's a lot of artists on there that are more my style. And then 19 downloads under that is extra is Rose Coffee Break, episode 7. And that's just me having a cup of coffee and letting you know what it is that I put in my coffee and what kind of coffee I drink. So I guess in recapping what it is that I do in the 100th episode, I would like to just motivate you a little bit and just recap you at the same time of what it is that I've been doing. So in the very beginning, when I did this podcast, my objective was to get my writing, my art, and everything together into one website. I realized that having a website, my own website, wasn't really working. Number one, I wasn't selling anything on it. It was really hard to network and hard to keep up with. I'm not a techie type person. I guess I would have had to maybe hire somebody to be a website designer and a website administrator or something, and just manage my website for me. But at the same time, it was a headache. So I found it easier to put my stuff on Amazon Handmade, which I still haven't sold anything on. I've only got like 12 items on there because I looked online and it says that it's better to put less items and see which ones stick. And since none of them are selling, I'm thinking, okay, well maybe, my stuff is kind of weird. I'll admit it. I have very strange things. I make very strange and odd things. I don't particularly like to make them, but they're fun to make. I like wearing them. That's the whole thing. But they're kind of crazy. I understand. I mean, who wears a ginormous blue crab on their ear? Okay? I like it. I like the big earrings. I have always liked really big earrings. So I put it out there and I'm going to add a little more. Well, they say only add 12 until you sell whatever. I'm going to add a little more stuff. Either way, I wanted to try it out. I do sketches and paintings. I haven't put those on there. So maybe I'll have to put those on there at some point and see what people think about those. I have a lot of sketches. But those are hobbies and things on the side that I do. I think my spirit is more of a writer. And I enjoy writing more. And now with this podcast, it's right up there with the writing, I mean, my art has kind of taken a third place to my podcast, and my podcast has taken a first place to my writing. Isn't that scary? As a writer, that kind of scares me because I find it more interesting to speak to people than it is to write to people because I like the interaction. Even though there's nobody there in front of me, you're still there. I know you're listening. So if I'm talking to you and I know that what I say moves something in you or changes something in your thought pattern with the things that I've said, with the motivational speeches, with the meditations, with my information that I give you, with sharing my life with you and things that I do, things that are going on, and I'm teaching somebody out there something. Even when I just talked about the glaucoma with Coco, I know that somebody who downloaded that episode said, wait a minute, oh, is that why my dog has a red eye? Or, oh, wait a minute, is that why my dog is blinking? I'm going to save the dog out there, because of her. So this is important to me. So I think that everybody should really, I guess the message is, everybody learns something from somebody. And somebody always has something to teach you, because everybody's so different and so complex that you're always going to learn something from somebody, no matter who they are. And podcasting, in my view, is so important because a lot of people don't want to watch television. A lot of people are tired of watching TV. I'm tired of the commercials. I'm sick of the commercials, to be honest. I have Roku, which is going to be another episode. I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in years. I just shut that off because it was so expensive. Roku is free. You just buy the package, install it onto your TV, and watch free movies. I mean, why not? The only problem is the commercials. You have commercials, but that's if you don't subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, then you don't get the commercials. But every commercial is different. I mean, every channel is different. Some channels don't have as many commercials as others. So, in other words, I don't really watch a lot of television, okay? I don't. I listen more to my headphones because I work all day, so I listen to meditative music. I listen to rain sounds or whatever it is. I listen to things that I can learn from. I like, going online and reading things, magazines, books. I like to read. I like to inform myself, of what's going on. And I don't depend on television to do it for me. In that respect, I think there's a lot of people out there who are the same and who are thinking, well, it's easier to just do something while you're listening. You can do whatever. It's not like TV where you have to stick your eyes in front of the TV to see it, You could put a headset on and just start walking or running or exercising or resting or relaxing or sleeping even. Doing the dishes, doing your laundry. You walk around and listen. And you're getting impactful information, not just from me, but from any other podcast that you're listening to. So that's why it's important to me, and that's why I like it. And it's my new passion. I'm hoping that you feel this passion from me and that I've helped you in some way. And if I have, I hope that you reach out to me and let me know. You can follow me on Instagram. I noticed that I'm not putting a lot of things on Instagram. I'm not. But I do have a lot of things to put on there, and I am going to. It's just a matter of, finding the time to put stuff on there. But I will be. Okay, so if this sounds a little different, it's because it's an edited version that I just put this end on this pre-recorded 100th episode, which should have been out on Wednesday, but I'm going to put it out on Wednesday late. And I'm going to mark it on Buzzsprout as if I put it on Wednesday, but it's really Friday. A lot of things have been going on. This week has been crazy. I'm going to update you guys on Tuesday. I just wanted to say thank you for my listeners. If you want to follow me on Instagram, please do. It's rosanamod. If you want to be a podcaster, there's a link below my show notes for Buzzsprout. Do that. If you want to contribute to the show, please do. Thank you in advance. And that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to say 100th episode and I'm still passionate about what I'm doing. I love this. I really do. I don't understand people that give up and quit because they don't have a lot of listeners, and that's not why I'm doing this. Whatever listeners that I have, I don't care. That's why I put my numbers out. I know that it's not a lot of numbers, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't go by numbers. It goes by the quality of the listener. Okay? The quality of you listening, you matter. You don't have to be one of 1 million. You don't have to be one of 100,000. You could be one of my one download. I don't care. I love you for listening. Thank you. So on that note, God bless you. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And I will be pre-recording my missed episodes today and tomorrow. So you'll get them all. So how do we end the show? What do we say? We say ciao.